Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel UK's World. Dr. Eukaria is my name, and in this channel I'll be discussing how I managed my stuttering challenge. You may ask, what is stuttering? Stuttering is all about speech disorder or speech condition that affects your normal speech fluency, or that affects the flow of your normal speech. So one thing about stuttering as well is that it's not a medical condition, it's not a disease, it's not a sickness, it's only a disorder. And most cases, it is genetic in nature, in the sense that it runs in the family. When you take a close look at, maybe take a census, either your own family, your cousins, your uncles, your extended family, you will see a pointer that is something that runs in the family. Like me, we are amongst my siblings. I'm the only one that stutters amongst my siblings. While my cousins in their family, we have two there. My other cousins, we have two or three as well. So it's something that runs in the family. It's something that is genetic in nature. So it's not a disease, it's not a sickness, it's not something you can, okay, let me go take drugs for it to be taken care of, or to, the worst you can even, not even the worst, maybe the highest you can do in terms of taking care of a stuttering challenge is also maybe getting a speech therapist to help that individual. But in all, it's not something, there's no cure like you can take these drugs to take care of your stuttering challenge. Stuttering problem is from experience, is not a funny one. You get embarrassed, you get tensed, you'll be angry, people will make you angry, people will frustrate you. You see people want to expressing themselves, but because you stutter, you wouldn't want to say something in public. You don't want to volunteer to ask question or answer question. It's actually not a very good experience. I've heard people, apart from my own experience, I've heard people also give their own experience, like when they were stuttering, their classmates were laughing at them. In fact, they had to even bully a particular student because the student was laughing at him. I've heard people say it's so embarrassing when they want to talk, they find it difficult to talk. They know the thing they want, but they can't say, because when they open their mouth, people might laugh at them. Stuttering can affect your self-esteem. Stuttering can affect your confidence level. You find out that everybody is talking when it's time for you to talk. You always find yourself you're not able to talk because you stutter. I understand that because I'm a stutterer. I stutter. I understand all of that. Sometimes after looking at you, oh, she looks beautiful, he's so handsome. But when you now talk along the line, you start tapping your feet or hitting yourself, or struggling to make a statement. It's not really a good one. But how did I manage my own? How did I manage my own? So first of all, I need to advise all of you, or those of you that are stutterers, it's not a mistake. Don't question yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't question God. God created you and created you being a stutterer. It's not a mistake in any way. It's not a mistake. You didn't create yourself. So don't allow it get to you. Of course, it affected me during my school days, my secondary school days, my primary school days. But how long will I allow that to affect me? Life is all about talking. You will meet people. You relate with people. So you must talk. So how long will you want to keep to yourself because you are a stutterer? I didn't allow that to affect me. It affected me, no doubt. But I had to stand up and tell myself, stuttering cannot frustrate me again. It cannot control me again. So I did some things that helped me. And that is what I want to share here. The first thing I did as a stutterer and how I can manage my stuttering challenge was that I kept on talking to myself that I can do this. I kept on convincing myself. My self-esteem cannot be affected. My confidence level cannot be affected. I kept on talking to myself. God created me for a purpose. He knew why he made me. I am the only one that stutters in my family. He has a reason for that. And I will not question him. My prayer is that let him just help me. That thing he wants me to do, give me the opportunity, the privilege to do it. That's how I kept on advising myself and encouraging myself and building up my self-confidence. The next thing I did, anywhere I find myself, I tend to, volunteer in asking questions, volunteer in answering questions, volunteer in contributing to the discussion, be it in the class, in the conference hall. I always volunteer to talk so as to build my self-confidence and also manage the level of the stuttering. Manage it. So I tend to always do that. I do it intentionally to manage the extent of my stuttering. The next thing I did was that whenever I also find myself talking, I talk slowly and I tend to count my words. Because one thing about stuttering, once you talk fast, there's tendency that you'll be held along the line. You won't be able to voice out what you want to say because the stuttering will come in. So when you talk fast, so how do you manage it? Talk slowly. Talk slowly. So people talk, and because you're talking slowly, you're relaxed. Because you're talking slowly, you're not tensed. You're not pressured into, that you're scared of people. Even people that are not stutterers, when they talk in front of people, you see them fidget, you see them have stage fright. They are not stutterers, but imagine you that is a stutterer, you're talking in front of people. Because you have stage fright, it will heighten. It will heighten. So I tend to speak slowly and count my words. The next thing I did was I tend to avoid argumentative environments where people always argue. Once you can't control your anger, you're always arguing between people. You are intensifying your stuttering challenge. You are intensifying it. So tend to be intentional about too much of argument. You're always talking, you're always arguing as a stutterer. It will always be obvious. And you see people at that point, you see them making jest of you, that you're a stutterer, you can't talk, but see how you're trying to prove a point or something. So this is all I intend sharing on how I managed my stuttering challenge. And this could be useful to you as a stutterer. It could be useful to your relative, friends, and family. Or you can even refer them to my video to also see how I managed my own stuttering challenge. Thank you for listening up to this extent. I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has, do not hesitate to hit on the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and also drop your comments, your experiences as a stutterer, and also your experiences of having a friend who is a stutterer. Drop all those experiences in the comment section. We'll look at them and also see how you were able to manage yours. Thank you for watching. Until I see you on my next video. Bye.